Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you, wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, right in Southeast Asia. It is a beautiful Monday morning indeed, the most difficult day of the week. But welcome to the channel. This is Salon's blog. It is all about Chelsea, 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 and one or two from the world of football. But quickly, let's get started. It is a brand new week. And my club, Chelsea Football Club, is a club right now that is unrecognizable. Yes, to me, I don't recognize my club any longer. Because there are some fundamentals that I know my club Chelsea possesses. Right now, if I look at the club, we don't have those fundamentals. We don't. Few months back, I saw my club coming back to the normal status that we used to be. But within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, with all the hypes, are we in the title race? Are we title contenders? Within 2-3 weeks, all of a sudden, everything began to drop. And now, we are where we are. Trying to ascribe part of the blame to the coach, to the sporting directors, to the top men up there, the hierarchies up there. I try as much as I can to be very objective. Ladies and gentlemen, right now I want to point out something. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here? Listen, it is very clear that our players dropped their performances. The performances of individual players dropped. Not just one player, but the entire squad. In a exception of maybe one or two. The entire squad. Let me start right now, dear friend. Malo Gusto that we saw last season is not the same Malo Gusto we are seeing today. Last season, even in the absence of Rhys James, Gusto made that right back his own. He made the right back position his own. Gusto has been shocking this season. Trust me. I have no idea what's up with him. He was one of our best players last season. But now... But you know what? This is what happens when you have a coach that alienates players and then plays them in different roles all the time. Playing them in different roles all the time. How can they build confidence? How can they build confidence knowing that this is my position? Now, not just Malo Gusto. Cole Palmer, as we speak. No, you have been watching the football yourself. There was no cutting edge from Cole Palmer in recent games. Palmer has stopped influencing games like he used to do. Cole Palmer has stopped influencing games like he used to do. Dear friends, yes, from around Christmas or before Christmas until now, some of the goals that he scores are just by chance, luck. If I want to talk about Nicola Jackson, you guys will come after me. So let me keep that by the side. But Cole Palmer stopped influencing our games. He will be in a game and he will be anonymous. You want to blame the entire performance of the squad. You check things from the right perspective. You realize that the entire squad, as we speak, and honestly, I find it hard to criticize Nkunku. Even though he's not acting, Nkunku right now is not the same Nkunku that Chelsea bought or that I saw in pre-season in the US of A under Pochettino. Against West Ham, for instance, we played Nkunku in a half space, right? And he wasn't really bad against West Ham. when we played him in the half space, he wasn't really bad in that game. Even though he did not influence the game that much, but you could see clearly that he looks lively. And I thought Nkunku was about to rediscover himself. But watching him over the weekend against Brighton, you see, Nkunku can't lead the line, or he can't lead our attack as a striker. From what I've observed, Nkunku cannot, in this setup, Nkunku can't lead the line as our main striker. No. If we want him in the box, then he needs a striker partner to play as a split forward. He needs a striker partner to play as a split forward. If not, he'll always drop deep when he gets isolated. That is his profile. I cannot doubt Nkunku's talent. I cannot doubt his talent. We just haven't created a shape that suits him yet in this setup. And so for me, looking at his performance against Brighton, 29 accurate passes, yet he created only one chance. He had only one touch in opposition box. One pass into the final third. One recovery. 3 out of 6 duels won. 0 successful dribbles. This was our striker in the game against Brighton. For you to understand, there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole setup, team setup. The performance of the entire squad is 0. It's dropped, unlike what we saw from the beginning of the season. When we want to, before we got to this Christmas period, most of us were like, oh, the best run, we should be able to get the best run within the Christmas festivities. Yet we got to the Christmas festivities and our performance dropped. Let me remind you something, guys. Let me remind you guys something this morning. It is your breakfast. I will not take much time. Thomas Tuchel was sacked after winning the UEFA Champions League by Chelsea. With Werner and then Kai Havertz up front, right? Good. Super Cup, and we also partake in the Super Cup and Club World Cup. Yes. Super Cup and Club World Cup. Plus, we also lost 2 cup finals on penalties. I'm taking it again. Thomas Tuchel was sacked after winning the Champions League. Plus, Super Cup and Club World Cup for Chelsea. We also got to 2 cup finals on penalties. And consecutive top 4 finishes. He had to deal with Lukaku's antics, his personal divorce case, club sanctions, and a takeover. He loved the club, built connection with the fans, and spoke brilliantly of the club. He did all this in 18 months, dear friend. Yet, he was sacked for Graham Potter. And since then, Chelsea had never recovered. Even when we were about to recover was when we brought in Pochettino. After all the struggles, rebuilding from scratch. Remember, Pochettino started building a squad from scratch. Yes. We struggled from the very beginning with injuries at the time. 18 players were on injury. But we ended the season on high. We ended the season on high. Remember, we got to the, how do you call it, Carabao Cup final? Yeah. Against Liverpool. We also got to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. With almost half of the squad injured. Yet, at the end of the season, he got sacked. Now we brought in Enzo Maresca. What is the plan for these our owners? What is their plan? I would like to know our plans. As you can see on your screen, Chelsea's last 10 results on your screen. Chelsea's last 10 results on your screen. Yes. Then our next game is against Brighton again in the Premier League. This is our last 10 results on your screen. The last game we played was against Brighton. We lost 2-1. Before then, West Ham, we won 2-1. We met Man City before then. We lost 3-1. That is it. You can see on your screen right there. Our last 10. That is our last 10 results in all competitions. How many wins can you see there? 2. Is it? No, 1 win. Dear friends, 1 win. Just 1 win. Oh, my eye cannot see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 wins out of 10. 3 wins out of 10 in our last 10 games. This is your club. What do you say? You see, it is a new week, and I'm trying to lay a foundation for what to expect in the coming days, because we're going to be analyzing this club player by player. But like I told you, the entire squad lost form. Not just one player. We've lost Jackson, we've lost Madueke, we've lost Gusto, and we've lost Cowell. All these players are out of form. All these players are not making any upward trajectory right now. We've lost Jackson, we've lost Madueke, we've lost Gusto, Levi Cowell, and right now Cole Palmer. We are not seeing any upward trajectory. Players at this club are getting ruined. Maybe, I don't want to hit it hard again on our head coach. But it looks to me that right now as we speak, there is something wrong happening to our players at our training ground. I remember very well Leicester. When this same coach was with Leicester, we had a lot of stories. And Leicester fans, they told us. Leicester fans, they told us. Oh yes, it's not too far away, just less than a year ago. They told us. Players at this club are getting ruined when they hit out of form. And right now, history shows it's very hard. History shows that it's very hard to get back on form. Looking at the rate at which the players are depreciating in terms of form, history shows that it's hard for them to get back. Because if the one like Cole Palmer that can galvanize energy and help the rest to get back to form is also going the same trajectory, then there's a problem. It is your breakfast. I should be back in the next one with more exclusives. Shalom and peace.